Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Kasha, and I primarily wanted to start this channel for people who are suffering with food intolerances, hypo or hyperthyroid, Hashimoto's disease, and in general, just overall fitness questions. I find that on YouTube, there's a lot of channels out there that cater towards makeup, fitness, music, but I have yet to really find anything that really complements people who have, thyroid issues or Hashimoto's or any type of autoimmune disease or just in general food tolerances. So I want to start this channel today for you guys to ask me any questions. Please leave them in the comments. I'm also on Instagram at cash_fit. If you want to send me any DMs there or even just comment on my photos, you're more than welcome to do that. Today I just kind of wanted to go over the differences between hyper and hypothyroid. In my next episodes, I will go over Hashimoto's and common autoimmune diseases. And of course, food intolerances, questions that I normally get are, like what type of foods can I eat with my hypothyroid or with my hyperthyroid? What's going to not affect my medication? What's going to give me my healthiest state? So today I just wanted to go over kind of the basics. A lot of people don't even know that they do have hypo or hyperthyroid, and they're literally living with this every single day, when you could easily go to a naturopath or your doctors and get tested and, get on the right road to recovery. So with hyperthyroid, you are producing too much thyroxine. I think that's what it's called, which is the thyroid hormone. So with that, you have an irregular accelerated heartbeat. You have excessive sweating. It causes, sudden weight loss, a crazy amount of weight loss, so stress, nervousness, irritability, and even hair loss. So with hyper, if you notice that you have these symptoms, it's a good idea to go to your doctor because it's not normal. With hypothyroid, you have an underactive thyroid, so not enough tyrosine. And with hypothyroid, the gland isn't producing enough of the hormone, so you're lacking in a million different other areas too. There's some symptoms, well, there's a lot of symptoms, but the most popular symptoms are weight gain. You are tired, you're lethargic, you have brain fog, which obviously me making this video right now, I kind of have a little bit of brain fog, depression, and low libido, which, if you are in, your early 20s to 30s, you shouldn't be having that issue. That's something that's not normal. So you definitely need to talk to your doctor about that. That can also go in part with your body producing enough estrogen. But if your thyroid is off, which controls all your other hormones, that's obviously an indication that, you need to get that fixed so then your other hormones start to fall in sync as well. So I myself was diagnosed with hypothyroid earlier this year. A couple months ago, I was diagnosed with it. And for me, this journey has been very, very long. And really, again, the purpose of this channel is to help people to not have a long journey, to be able to figure this out soon enough so that you can start living your life. So for me, I had got tested probably 3 times before by my regular Western doctor, which he basically had said every time, your tests look normal, you're fine, you're just fat. And a couple years ago, I had started on a journey to self-health, and I had hired a fitness trainer, a lifestyle coach, and she got me on the right track. And even though I was working out 6 days a week and eating extremely clean, 6 meals a day, 4 liters of water a day, the right supplements, the weight wasn't really coming off. I had started at 189, and it was maybe about a pound every 3 to 4 weeks, which for a normal person, that should be happening every week if you are eating a healthy lifestyle. Should be. But for me, again, it was just taking forever. Sluggish, slow progress. So I had had enough, and I knew my doctor wasn't going to give me the answers that I wanted, so I decided to go to a naturopath. And I will have the link and the info of this naturopath. If you live in Calgary, it might be something that you're interested in doing if you haven't gone to one before. But I had a 16-point blood inspection done. So that tested my, obviously, blood work, your vitamin D levels, your food intolerances, your thyroid, pretty much everything it could test except for specific hormones like estrogen and testosterone. When I had gotten these test results back, I kind of did a little, yay, finally, because it did show on my results that I was hypothyroid. It was way over, way, way over. You'll notice with naturopathic medicine that their, little boxes of what things should be in between are quite small compared to your Western medicine doctor. For me, I was hypothyroid. I had asked them, should I be taking supplements to help with this? Or is this something that I should take to my doctor? And the lady was great who worked there. She had said, we can give you supplements to start taking now. Supplements, however, can take up to 6 months for them to work. So, and even after 6 months, you don't know if it's the right amount or the right kind. So really it's kind of a throw up in the air type deal. But if you go to your doctor, they can prescribe you a synthetic hormone, which will work, almost right away. So that, for me, having to take this paperwork to my doctor was a little scary because, again, he's that typical, Western medicine doctor, prescribes everyone with everything. So I was ready to go in there and start crying if I had to be able to get these pills. But I took the paperwork to him and he was like, well, you know what? This is what it says. So great. We'll do a blood test on your T3, your T4, your antibodies, literally everything we can. And by that point I was kind of like, oh, well, why didn't we do this a few years ago? But it was getting done, so that was the most important thing. When I had gotten the test results back, of course, Western medicine, he was like, your spectrum, is from here to here. You're on the cusp of hypo. And, 3.9 and hypo means 4. To me, that's not on the cusp. To me, that means that you have hypothyroidism. So luckily enough, I was able to get medication. So right now I am on literally thyroid, 60 milligrams each day in the morning. I take them a half an hour before I eat anything. And prior to the 60 milligrams, I was, working my way up just because with your thyroid, it fluctuates. So it can fluctuate daily. And that's also in part why, going to your regular doctor and getting blood tests done, they might not be able to find anything because it fluctuates so much. So again, now that I'm on this medication, I'm definitely feeling better. You have to go for regular blood tests, which is important anyways, just to make sure that everything is in sync. Have my symptoms gone away entirely? No. There's a lot that goes into, fixing your thyroid, and it's not just the medication that you get from your doctor. It's still working out, eating healthy, taking those supplements that you've been taking daily. A lot of the times too with hypothyroid is that, one day you'll feel tired, the next day you won't, back and forth. Overall, my symptoms have been fairly regulated. The weight loss is still slowly coming off. Depression, not around anymore. Low libido, it's hiked back up again, which is great. But it definitely takes a lot of time for it to work properly. And I still notice, some days out of the week or some days out of the month that I'm feeling sluggish or slow. I find a lot of that in part with the type of foods that I may ingest or put into my body. So again, having a healthier lifestyle, what you're putting into your mouth is going to overall help with the thyroid medication that you're taking. Again, like I had mentioned, I was on a lifestyle plan before, eating 6 meals a day, drinking 4 liters of water, still do those things, going to the gym 6 days a week, still do 5 days a week. But for me and my issues, it really comes down to food. And it was the type of foods, even healthy foods that I was eating, that can actually block your thyroid from functioning. So you can block that medication that you've been taking. And I'm going to do in another episode the types of foods that you should be eating with hyper or hypo, from just research that I've done in books, online, through obviously myself trying to eat. And what works well with my body is obviously may not work well with your body. But it's just something to kind of listen to be like, hey, yeah, strawberries have made me feel this way. Or, yeah, almonds have been doing this to me, or, just anything like that wise. There is a pretty long list of things that you should avoid when you have hypo or hyperthyroid. So again, I'll do that in a whole different episode. But today I just kind of wanted to share with you guys my story. Again, with the testing and everything, and being hypothyroid, he had also tested my antibodies, and my antibodies were like crazy stupid low. He didn't even know how I was functioning. So he also diagnosed me with Hashimoto's, and Hashimoto's attacks your autoimmune system. So I was literally sick like at least 4 times out of the month. That was normal for me. And now it's been very, very low. I've maybe been sick once, if at all, I think, since I've had my thyroid medication and have been following kind of the dietary plan that I set out for myself, which is great. And I think a lot of the times with autoimmune diseases and hypothyroid and food intolerances, people aren't as sensitive to that if they don't really know about it. So again, I'm here for you guys. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you're having trouble with, even recipes. If you guys need any help with anything, I am here for you. I want somebody to be there for this community, because I feel like, again, there's fitness community, there's, makeup community, there's this and that, but there's nothing really geared towards people who are suffering from hypo or hyperthyroid or Hashimoto's, or people who have a gluten intolerance or, a dairy intolerance or soy intolerance. So really, this is just a channel for us. So thank you for listening. And again, hit me up with all your questions. Have a great day.